We see time and time again how obsession can have devastating consequences. Sometimes, for whatever reason, some people can't let go when a relationship has come to an end. Desperate times call for desperate measures, apparently. So many times we see ex-partners conform to the old adage, if I can't have you, then no one can. But in today's case of long-term obsession, it doesn't end in the way that you might have predicted. It is a case that divided a nation and leads to questions about gun laws, self-defense, and reasonable force. There does not seem to be evil or malice here, rather confusion and desperation. But it's no less tragic with a life ended for no real reason. I'd love to know your thoughts on this case, as there are so many opinions, all of which can be considered to have a level of validity. There are no right or wrong answers in a case that seems to be something of a grey area, from the start of the key event to the end. We are fortunate to have footage of the encounter through to its tragic end. So this is the case of James Rayl, and this is Murder of Crows. While today's case focuses on a single one-off event, it's worth looking at the background to this event to try to provide a level of context and attempt to understand why things played out as they did. James Rayl was born on the 25th of February 2000. He was from Louisville, Kentucky, and was one of 6 siblings. He graduated from Fairlawn High School and Upper Valley Career Center in 2018. That same year he began a relationship with a girl he'd become close to, named Allyson Duckro. She was also 18. It was a perfectly normal relationship, and all seemed well in this blossoming romance. But the two would dabble with drugs, in particular acid. But dabbling with drugs is not unusual for young people trying to find themselves and to find their way in the world. Whether drug use played a part in the later event, we may never know, but they are often a trigger for underlying mental health conditions. The couple were together for about a year, and as time went on within the relationship, Rayl seemed to become apathetic and at times verbally aggressive towards Allyson, who would, in retrospect after the fact, say that he began acting like a dick and would berate and denigrate the young woman, with him allegedly even saying no one was going to love her anymore. Eventually, this ongoing abuse got too much for Allyson to keep taking, and the couple split in 2019. Such was her desire for a completely clean break that she blocked Rayl on all social media in an attempt to draw a line under that chapter of her life. Now, whether he was prompted by the breakup or not, James Rayl, who was a steelworker by trade, decided to move from Ohio to California, perhaps in an attempt to forge a new start for himself. For whatever reason, the young man returned to Ohio after a time, but Allyson Duckro said that James had appeared to change during his time away and presented very differently when he returned from California, with her saying that he was even treating formerly close friends badly, to the point where people seemed to want nothing to do with him. Now, all of this takes us to July of 2022. While it is impossible to know what was happening in James Rayl's life and mind at this time, it seems clear that he was keen to reconnect with Allyson. But we have no way of knowing if this was romantically or platonically. But whatever his intentions, he left a voicemail for Allyson on the 30th of July 2022 that we can listen to now.
Hi, Ollie. It's James. I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing and maybe hear from you if that would be all right, I guess. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I don't know. I feel like it, I don't know what I feel.
How to take this message depends very much on your standpoint. In isolation, it sounds like a guy perhaps feeling lonely, reaching out to someone from the past to try to renew some kind of connection. But when you consider that the couple had broken up over 18 months before, and Rayl had been derogatory and verbally abusive to Allyson prior to their split, the message seems to have come out of the blue and had Allyson questioning why the man would be getting in touch now after so much water had passed beneath the proverbial bridge. So to her it was quite unsettling, and she really didn't know how to respond, or indeed whether to respond at all. But while this was still rolling around in her mind, it became something of a moot point when the man showed up at the Sydney, Ohio home that she shared with her parents, and he had shown up uninvited. In any normal scenario, the man would either be tentatively welcomed or simply turned away, and life would roll on as normal. But doorbell technology means that the residents could speak to the visitor without needing to open the door and talk face to face. And whether this frustrated Rayl, with him finding this approach perhaps a little insensitive, we don't know. But it is this same doorbell technology that allows us to see in real time what transpired over the next few minutes. From Allyson's parents explaining that she didn't want to see him, and Rayl either not hearing or ignoring this while appearing to have a rather vacant expression on his face, through to the young man trying the door, and then to things escalating quickly and to alarming lengths, with Allyson's father Mitchell warning James Rayl that he has a gun. I think you know where this is going, but let's watch what played out.
James, no. Hey, what? Okay, wait. He's fine. He don't have nothing. He don't have no gun. He don't have no gun. Don't do anything.
He tried to break in and get to our daughter.
Okay, well, he's not moving. He don't have a gun.
He broke our door in, trying to get to our daughter. Our daughter's busted in.
Okay, hold on. Did you shoot him?
Yes.
Okay. Call 911.
We're on the phone with him right now.
Okay, he's not moving. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know. I heard 5 shots. Like, what the?
No, 3 shots. He broke into our door coming in after our daughter. But my husband shot. He come barreling in right behind me and my daughter in the car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so we got in here and he wouldn't leave. We kept telling him to leave.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Obviously, this was that between you. Was he dating her?
They dated a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
I think.
And he
Yeah.
left her voicemail, left his message last night. Oh my God.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down. God, that's it.
We've got neighbors are here now.
Dude, I don't.
You better hurry up and get an ambulance now.
Oh my gosh. Hey, did you already tell them, Alan?
Yeah,
Did you
tell
them
me he's shot? He's dead. He's shot.
He's gone. He's dead.
Dude, he's about ready to die.
Hey, you can see it right there. He came into the house right there.
What's the address?
It's all on that camera right there. That ring. The ring doorbell. They got it on. Sheriff.
Yeah, he's about dead. Don't get here, he's dead. This would be hell if you don't get here. So he's having a hard time breathing right now.
He already pissed himself, dude. He's gone.
No, he ain't going yet. He's still breathing. I see he's still breathing. He's still breathing. He's having a hard time breathing.
Did they get him in the chest?
I don't see any blood. He did get it. It's something that I mean he's still breathing but barely.
Man, stop staring at this man, bro.
Go tell Jenny real quick. Let her know what's going on. Somebody in the car? Is this his car? Okay, well, yeah, it's his car. Ain't nobody in it.
Where are they at? I don't get it.
Yeah, I hear him. He's dead. He died. I hear the siren. There you go about the table. Yeah, they're too late. They're too late. Hey, that's fine. Ain't no worries with that. He's dead. He got the gun. Huh? He got the gun. He got the gun. The people inside here shot this guy here was trying to break into their house. The guy's dead. He died.
Where's the guy with the gun?
The guy's dead right here.
Where's the guy with the gun?
Inside the house. He's the homeowner. The guy tried to break in the house.
Okay.
And the guy was just basically protecting himself.
We're right here.
Okay, you guys have your gun down?
Yeah, we're right here.
This guy just died. I was over here next door and I heard these gunshots going off. So they told me
You
what
guys,
was going on.
can the guy with the gun, can he come out here, leave the gun inside?
Yeah.
Come in here so we can talk to him, okay?
You want to? I'm sorry, that door is busted.
It's okay.
Paul, I seen him take a few breaths there a little bit ago and then he quit. So I think he died.
911, what's your emergency? Hello?
There's some guy on my front porch. He won't leave, and he's got his hands behind his back, and he won't answer me on the ring.
Okay.
But he left me a voicemail on my phone last night.
Where are you at? What's your address? No, you said...
He's trying to lock. I'm sorry. He's trying the door. Dad. No, don't answer the dad.
You're off the porch.
Dad, no! Oh, my God. Can you please hurry?
Okay. Do you know who he is? Hello? Ma'am?
Wait, we have guns.
43. Respond to North Peak Road. Male subject attempting to gain entry into the road. Still getting further.
Hurry, I'm sorry.
Ma'am?
Yeah?
What's going on?
He broke through the door and my dad shot at him.
Ma'am, he shot at him? Do we know where he is?
No. Where is
this information. Male subject broke through the door. There's been a shot fired. Still getting further.
Can you please hurry, please?
Yes, what is your name? Do what? Do what, ma'am? Where is the subject that was broke in?
I don't know where he is.
Did he run or is he still there?
I really don't know, ma'am. I'm hiding.
Okay, where is your dad?
He's at the front door holding it shut.
Do what? He shot at the... Did he hit him?
No. He's right there.
He's laying on the ground.
He is shot? He has been shot?
Yeah.
Do what? Ma'am, I need you to calm down enough to tell me, has he been shot?
I think so. I don't want to look. Please don't make me look.
Has he been...
It's okay. I can talk. It's fine.
Okay. I need to know if he's been shot or not.
I believe so, yes. I'm sorry.
Do we know who he is?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. Yes, I know who he is. No, Daddy, come back. No!
Do we know who it is?
Yes. Yeah, he is an ex-boyfriend of mine.
It's an ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
They're advising a male subject has been shot. I'm going to put squad on standby.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry.
Is he on your front porch?
No, open the window. I'm sorry.
Is he still on the ground out on the front porch?
Yes. He's on the ground.
He's trying to break into my house.
He's trying to break into the house? All right. Stay in line with me.
He broke our door in. Trying to get to our daughter. I'm sorry.
For Fort Lee Rescue, go on standby at this time. Fort Lee Rescue, go on standby at this time. Reference
I'm sorry. He broke in our door and there's glass everywhere. He threw rocks.
Yes, send units that way. Just send them.
No, I'm not mad at you. Thank you. Come here. No, I'm okay. Thank you for saving me.
It's going to be an ex-boyfriend.
Dad, you're the best dad ever. You just saved my life.
I know. I got Fort Lee. It's gonna be Fort Lee. I just...
No, you saved my life. Dad.
Do what? Did he have a gun also? Did he have a gun also?
That's not the time to do.
Do what?
No, I'm sorry.
Is he breathing?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm my dad down.
Is he breathing?
I don't know. There's a neighbor. There's a neighbor out there checking on him. I don't know. I'm sorry. Could you please hurry, guys?
Yes, I've got units headed your way, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just calm down. Calm down. I'm still getting further. All right? I'm getting units headed your way. Okay. Do we know who the male subject is?
Yes, I know his name and everything.
What is his name?
James Rayl.
James Rayl? And it's an ex-boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
43. Is he still in the front porch?
He's in the driveway, actually, in front of our cars.
Male suspect is down on the ground on their driveway.
And there are 2 neighbors outside of my yard checking on him. So.
Affirmative.
Dad, you just saved my life. You really don't even know. You really did.
You're clear.
Dad, at that rate, there's nothing you could have done. You saved my life.
While Rayl staggered away after being shot in the back through the door, he ultimately collapsed and later died from the catastrophic internal injuries as a result of the gunshot. The whole video has a very unsettling feel to it. Something like a tragic and distressing version of something from The Purge. But the aftermath of this incident is where things become very divisive and contentious. The initial stages of the investigation that followed saw Mitchell and Allyson Duckro be interviewed by police, with many after the fact and seeing the footage questioning the levity of the exchanges, considering that a man was now dead.
I want to say maybe 2019 or 2020, I'm not positive.
Okay. What caused that breakup?
He was just being
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
We're all adults here. You can say whatever you need to say.
He was just being rude all the time, and I was just like, I don't want to put up with it.
So you broke up in 2019. Did you remain friends after that?
Not that last time, no. I said I didn't want to have anything to do with them anymore after that.
Are you Facebook acquaintances or anything like that where you could have kept on the eye on what you were doing? Okay.
I had blocked him on everything that I could have.
Okay.
No.
Right. When you guys pulled in, did you get right out of the car? Or?
Yeah, I'm very anxious.
Okay.
I'm in and out. I can't.
That's fine. Okay, so you got into the house, and then what happened?
As soon as I got up to the door and was walking inside, that's when he got out, and I seen him walking up, so I slammed the door really fast, and I locked it. And I told Mom and Dad, so Mom yelled downstairs and got Dad upstairs for us.
Okay, so Dad was downstairs?
Yeah, he was in the basement.
You have like a finished basement?
Yeah.
Or, okay, like
That's the whole
family
area.
room? Dad's cave?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Dad came upstairs? Does he know why he's coming upstairs at that point?
She said James was here.
Okay.
And he already had told Clay that he didn't want James back at the house.
Okay. When you were dating James, did Mom and Dad like him? Did they get along with him?
They have. Yeah.
He was respectful of them?
Yes, very,
Okay.
very nice. Never did anything to make him be like, you know.
Did James get along with his family?
With his mom and his stepdad, yeah. I'm not sure about his biological dad.
Okay, so his mom and dad are divorced?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they live in Sydney as well?
I think his mom and his stepdad do. I don't know about his dad.
Okay. What's his mom's name, do you know? If you don't remember.
I don't. I'm sorry. It's been a couple.
So they live in Sydney. He got along with Mom and stepdad, but not so much Dad?
Yeah, as far as that's what it came off as when he was always talking about him.
Okay. And your family, he was always respectful of them?
Yeah. Very nice.
Do you know how he acted when he was told, possibly by Clay, that they really weren't comfortable with him being there?
No.
Clay didn't tell you anything?
No, he's not a talker anyway.
Okay,
so.
okay. Keeps everything to himself?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dad comes upstairs. Where is your downstairs door? I didn't go all through your house. So if you come in
the garage door and all, I don't know.
If you go in the back sliding glass doors?
Yeah, so we're in that little room where the sliding door is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out to where the living room is, and there's that little hallway right there.
Okay.
The garage door is right here.
Okay.
And that little chute where the laundry room is, and then the basement door is right there, right next to it.
All right. So he came upstairs.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I kept looking at Mom. I was like, I'm just gonna call the cops. I was like, I don't wanna deal with it. I was like, there's no use. He's not gonna listen. She's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And then we tried talking to him through the ring a couple times, and he just like had his head down, his hand behind his back. And Dad's like, well, I don't like that.
Did he knock at first, or was he just standing?
He kept ringing the doorbell.
So he did
Yeah.
keep ringing the doorbell?
Yes.
Okay.
And once the ring doorbell rings, when you start talking to it, it just starts recording.
Okay.
So you can hear Dad and Mom both, because I was like, I don't want to talk to him. Saying, hey man, like, she doesn't want to talk to you, it's best if you just leave for right now. If she wants to reach out, she will. And he just stood there and kept ignoring them. So then Dad went out through the garage, and he didn't go around the corner or anything, he just stood there and was like, hey man, trying to get him to answer, and nothing. And then he tried starting to fiddle with the door handle.
Okay.
And Dad's like, I don't like that. So he goes and gets his gun just in case.
And where does Dad keep his gun?
In his bedroom, I believe. I think it's in the nightstand next to his side, but
Okay.
I'm not positive.
Okay.
So he's standing there, we're still talking to him through the ring, saying, hey, you need to stop. And he's like, really busting on the door. So Dad goes over and starts holding it shut. But I don't even know how, because you saw my dad, I hope he's a big man. He starts, like, overpowering my dad, and I'm just like, okay.
So your dad's on the other side of the door physically holding it shut?
Oh, I was already on the phone with 911 at this point, I forgot that.
That's okay.
And she's trying to get my information, Dad's holding the door, Mom's freaking out. And then, like, I don't know how he broke the glass of the door, but he, like, broke the glass, the door frame, whatever that's called, the jamb or whatever, splits off. He is starting to get in. And then I freak out and I go run and hide because I didn't know what to do.
Before that, were you all in the living room?
Yeah, we were all standing right there next to the fireplace. Me and Mom were.
Okay.
Over here. He's still at the door. I didn't even see when he shot or anything. I just heard it. I literally hit most of the time.
That's okay. I probably would have done the same thing. And then, do you remember much after that, after hearing the shots?
I screamed a bunch.
Okay.
And then I really, started freaking out. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
And then after that, then our two neighbors ran over because they heard the shots.
Okay. If you're looking at your house, was it the neighbors over to the right or to the left?
If we're looking at the house, it would be the ones on the, that side.
The north side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. Neither am I.
And then, they start trying to go over to him to see if he's okay, and Mom's yelling. She opened the window and said, no, don't go over there, because we didn't know if he had anything.
Right.
And we didn't want them to get hurt. We didn't want them to get injured or anything if he shot back up, so they stayed there. And then I think maybe 5 minutes later, then you guys all got out there.
Okay. Do you know, so if Dad's holding the door and he broke that frame, I did see the frame was all busted, and he was kind of pushing your dad off of the door?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't remember, you don't remember, but did Dad take a step back, or before he shot, you don't remember?
I don't know. I didn't. I honestly, I wasn't even seeing him.
Okay. And then after it was over, where'd everybody go? Where did Dad go?
He set the gun down and walked away.
Okay. Did he go out the front door, or did he kind of come through the kitchen and up?
I think he stood in the kitchen.
Okay.
Mom grabbed me because I thought I was going to throw up. And then we sat on the living room floor for a little bit. And that's it. I think that's all that happened.
Okay. Do you know if he was on any drugs, or has he ever done any drugs that you know of?
He has done drugs.
Okay. Do you know what his drug of choice is?
He liked to do acid a lot.
Okay.
Back then. I don't know about recent, because he moved out to California not too long ago and then came back, so I don't know if he started something while he was out there.
Gotcha. When did he come back? How long has he been back in town, do you know?
I want to say maybe a year.
Okay.
It's not too long, but not recent either, but
How long was he living out there?
maybe about a year also.
Okay. So back then when you were dating him and kind of friends with him, acid was his...
Acid and weed, and I don't know what else he did other than that.
Was he ever on meth or heroin or anything that you know of? Okay.
I don't think he would have told me because he knew I didn't like it.
Right. And that was his car that he was driving that you know of?
Last time I saw him driving a car, he had a red car.
Okay.
So I don't know about...
That's fine. And then you guys just kind of went outside once
Yeah, they had us go sit out
officers
in the
came
back,
in?
yeah.
Okay.
Many people, including James Rayl's sister Jessica Colbert, have taken issue with the investigation being handled by local law enforcement, since Allyson was formerly a dispatcher for the sheriff's office, while Mitchell Duckro was personal friends with the sheriff himself, with allegations that the investigation was subject to extreme bias. Investigators only spent 2 hours at the crime scene, and as I stated previously, the interviews seemed informal and at times quite light-hearted, considering the gravity of the situation. The outcome of the investigation would ultimately fall on the shoulders of a grand jury, and would focus on whether the shooting could be considered self-defense, and whether the Stand Your Ground ruling of Ohio State Legislature and the Castle Doctrine laws applied in this case. Under Stand Your Ground, also known as no duty to retreat, people have no duty to retreat before using deadly force in self-defense, so long as they are in a place where they are lawfully present, such as their own home. Similarly, the Castle Doctrine, also known as a castle law or a defense of habitation law, is a legal doctrine that designates a person's abode or any legally occupied place, like their home or their car, as a place in which that person has protections and immunities permitting one in certain circumstances to use force, and this can be up to and including deadly force, to defend oneself against an intruder, free from legal prosecution for the consequences of the force used. It took a year for the case to come to the grand jury for a decision on whether to indict Mitchell Duckro on charges. The grand jury voted 8-1 not to issue any felony indictment, meaning he would not face any punishment following the fatal shooting. The case, its outcome, and its potential impact on future crimes has sparked endless debate globally, but of course especially in the US. To my mind, the central issue is more about the availability of firearms rather than the minutiae of Stand Your Ground or the Castle Doctrine. Had Mitchell Duckro not had ready access to a firearm, the incident could have played out very differently. But the whole grey area and its different aspects has people talking. And I'd love to know what you think about all the different aspects of this whole incident. including the fact that while James Rayl appeared to try to force entry into the home, he was ultimately shot in the back, suggesting he was turned away from the home. I'd be very interested to read your take on what happened. Whatever your opinion, a 22-year-old man had his life ended far, far too soon. Maybe he was a flawed individual, but aren't we all? James Rayl's family say that the grand jury's ruling was upsetting, and they are calling for some changes to be made to the law which protects homeowners. They've paid tribute to sweet and goofy James Rayl and say that he would bring joy to anyone he came into contact with. Jessica Colbert, James's sister, paid tribute to her goofy younger brother, while also denying that Rayl was ever abusive towards Allyson, and said that she had never heard of him taking drugs, with Jessica saying, "I literally have never even heard of being on the things that she said that he was." Where she got that idea at all, and if he looked to her like he was on acid, then I wonder why they didn't say that on the 911 call as they lay in wait to shoot him. James was someone to always talk things out, and he truly took everyone's opinions to heart. He was someone who would reach out to me and my mother about situations, and that's how we knew so much, not just about her, referring to Allyson, but all of his other friends. He would talk to us about these things, and we never had the indication of him being any of that way towards her. The baby brother that I knew is sweet, but also goofy. To know that he impacted other people's lives like this is incredible for a 22-year-old young man. I feel Mr. Duckro should be held accountable for his actions. But it feels as if the people who were there that were supposed to be investigating should also be accountable for their actions in all of this as well. I really would like for them to think about how much they have impacted our large, close-knit family and how broken we are. And that was the controversial and tragic case of a man looking to reconnect, rightly or wrongly, with an ex-girlfriend, only to be fatally shot as a consequence. It was definitely a situation that got out of hand, and was the killing of a young man that, to my mind at least, did not need to happen. A very, very sad case. And this video is of course dedicated to James Rayl, who was at the centre of this awful stain on America's recent history. Thank you for watching another episode of Murder of Crows. I'm Steve. Samson is down under my feet here somewhere. And with that said, I'm Steve, and I'll see you when I see you.
Say that you're ready, but you won't like it. You say that